Hello, I'm your host, Doc Valve Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Now, leading things off, on September the 8th, our first guest will host a Start Sooner. It's a Start Sooner workshop. She's going to explain. She's sitting right here on the set. She's joining us with all the details about her work. We welcome author Claudia Vidal.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good
First
morning.
time?
Yes, first time.
All right, everybody come on in. Her first time. Let's go. Give it.
Thank you.
But it's okay because you know more about what we're going to talk about than everybody else.
I guess.
So tell us a little bit about what you do. Tell us about your background. Those cameras are not there. It's just you and I sitting in your most favorite place.
Sure. So I am a holistic psychotherapist. Well, I'm still working on the certification, but
But no, you got to say it because then you'll walk in that direction. Okay,
Of course.
I got you.
So
though.
almost there, almost there.
Yeah.
I have a 9-year experience in the human services field. I worked with children with autism, the families that were taking care of these kids in the respite department. I am also a coach now, an author, entrepreneur, and I'm a consultant.
I see you got the book and everything.
Yes.
Look at you. All right, we'll talk about this in a little bit. But how did you get started in this? What sparked your interest?
So I would say for the first 30 years of my life, I was sort of hiding behind my identity.
But you're only 30. What's going
32.
on? 32. Oh, okay.
So it wasn't until like 2 years ago that I got a wake-up call.
Yeah.
So previous to that, I was not happy. It appeared that I was happy. You know, I had a job, I'm married, my kids, you know, so everybody said, oh yeah, she's happy. But internally, I wasn't. I would go home. I used to carry problems from work every day, crying about them, getting emotionally attached because I wanted to do more and I wanted to make a bigger impact and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And it was just this senseless feeling of incompleteness, like I am meant to do something greater. And it wasn't until I got like this wake-up call that I said, you know, I think I'm in the wrong place because I'm taking orders and trying to follow instructions when I can actually be creating my own set of rules because I don't like these rules. And these rules are obsolete, they don't work. I know it's a system, but it's not benefiting the people that we're serving. And at that point, I realized that maybe I can just come up with my own strategy to help people and help them find that sense of completeness as well. And, you know, I venture off. I decided to write a book. Initially, it was to empower people, but then I forced myself to look back on my history of childhood abuse, anxiety, depression, suicidal at 15, poverty, everything that, you know, most people experience when they live here.
All of this started coming together for you, huh?
And I was forced to look back on my history and say, hey, but what if I use my message to inspire others? What if I go to those kids that are 15, 17, 20? I mean, people right now that think they don't have what it takes and tell them, hey, at 15, I was in Bellevue Hospital for 3 weeks because I was suicidal. And I was there because at that point I didn't care about my life because I was so tired of getting beat every day by my mother. I was so tired of being called a parasite. I was so tired of being bullied by my friends that I just didn't care about living.
You're being bullied all the way around? Mind, body, and spirit,
Yeah.
huh?
So I was completely disconnected.
To be called a parasite?
Yes.
What the heck is that?
Yes.
My God.
Even though I used to get A's, you know, I used to win competitions. I used to do everything. I got into a gifted program. But
Those were the good things that were happening, right?
But I never believed it.
It was like an oasis within all of this mess that was going on.
Yeah, and it felt good, but I felt like a false, you know, because I would be taking these awards and I would say to myself, this is not me, someone else deserves it, you know, I'm not good enough. And it took me 30 years to realize that I was good enough, that I am a good mom, that I am a good wife, that I am a good human being.
Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
You are. How does it feel now? And how did you make that transition?
I mean, I have to tell you that for people especially that knew me, this was shocking because they told me, you're so composed. They told me, I would have never imagined you went through that. And I said, well, I didn't have to keep talking about it, but now I want to use it to empower others because if I feel happy now, like now I've been happier than I've been in my entire life.
So what did you change? You changed your mind.
I changed my mind first. So I started talking to myself and training my mind that this was all a story. it was history, but it didn't have to define me. And I started looking at it as a resource book, something that I could use to help others, something that I could use for my own experiences, but not something that defines me.
Wow.
And instead, I started anticipating what I want my life to look like, what I envisioned my life looking like when I was 5 years old.
Wow, look at that. So your thoughts become things.
Yes, they
You've
do.
been thinking about it, and
Yes, they
it
do.
has come to fruition. So what is this? Give me a quick synopsis about this book right here.
So pretty much it walks you through that. It walks you through the drama of life, which is what we all live every day, where I'm tired, what should I do? I'm sick of this, I'm tired of being in this relationship, I'm tired of being in this job. And then it walks you through the thought process, it walks you through the spirit process, the environment process, and the
So it has
body.
the problem and then solutions.
Yeah,
right?
it gives you the step-by-step.
It's like a commercial.
Yeah.
You listen to a commercial on TV, watch a commercial on TV, or listen to it on radio. It comes up with the problem, then it has the solution.
Exactly. So it walks you
Do you
through
have
my
a stuffy
life.
nose? Try nasal, just stand nasal. Da, 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 da. It has da,
That's
da, da,
right.
da, 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 so on and so forth. So this is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Face your fears. Let go. Write your story.
Yes.
Put the pen to the paper. This is good. All right.
Because we
So
always have
you
the
have something
chance.
coming up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so based on the book, I'm doing a workshop because one of the things I realized, people had a lot of questions. So it's a lot of information, but then people want to know how to apply it.
Yeah.
So I used to get emails and phone calls. So what should I do? How can I? And I said, okay, I'm going to now bring this to life. So I'm going to do a whole day workshop where I'm going to take people through a whole process, not content, process. It's going to be, you know, we're going to start with the drama of life in the beginning, and by the end of 3:30, they're going to have a clear vision of what they want in the next 3 years of their lives.
Wow, look at that.
It's going to be clear.
So you can bring everybody all under one roof, and then
Yes.
they'll get a picture of what they're going to want to do for the next 3 years.
Exactly, because I think we all want that. We all long for the same thing, which is to belong, to feel like we're enough. But we don't have the tools sometimes. And even when we have the tools, we don't know how to use it. But when
Wow.
you have someone that can tell you, hey, this is how you do it, things become clear.
Where can we go for more information on what you're doing?
Definitely my website, huesofchange.com. That's my company. You can find me on Facebook.
Say it again.
Huesofchange.com, Hues, change.com. And Facebook, Instagram, I'm everywhere. Yeah.
So people can call you for help.
Yes, they can.
Right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And we can pick up this book where?
Amazon and Barnes & Nobles.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this mine?
You want it?
Or is this just
I have
a,
extra,
This is
so-
just a prop.
You could take it. It's fine.
Can you sign it?
Sure.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Want to give a shout out to your family?
Yes. I know. I'm a little nervous. I didn't even know that they could
Not
come
anymore.
here.
But go ahead.
But I want to tell my family that I love them and I want to
Oh.
thank them, and especially my mom. I know that we went through our difficult times, but I'm here because of you. It was that hunger of trying to help you that helped me find myself. So thank you, Mom.
Mom, we love you.
Okay.
And your mother too.
Yes.
So now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Sometimes we just have to survive, and
Yes.
we do what it takes.
Well, thank you so much. Bring me some tissue. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back with more Open next.